It's Mardi Gras! Thanks for joining us today for our special, exclusive virtual cruise event taking place at the Carnival Cruise Line corporate office in the cruise capital of the world, Miami, Florida. I'm so excited. Joining me today is the Senior Vice President of Sales, Adolfo Perez. And Adolfo, I hear we're going to be bringing the insights into the Fleet Operations Center where all these things happen at Carnival.
Well, that's where we're going to be talking a little bit later, right? And going to be able to show you everything about our Fleet Operations Center, talk to you about how important safety is to us, and all sorts of stuff.
And all the fun that Carnival has for all of you out there that are dying to go on a Carnival cruise. I know I am. And most importantly, we're celebrating Mardi Gras because it's the season of Mardi Gras, but it's also one of the newest ships coming up in the Carnival fleet. So let's go learn more about that. Sound good?
Sounds great.
All right, let's go. Thank you again for joining us today at our Carnival Cruise Line special virtual cruise event, and we're coming to you from Carnival Cruise Line's headquarters in their Fleet Operations Center. And there's a lot of fun in store on the horizon with Carnival Cruise Lines. But first, for all of you out there, we have special prizes for you, 2-me gifts for you staying tuned with us. So make sure you stay connected with us throughout. And we have an offer for when you book your next Carnival cruise. But more so, we just talked about all the fun in store, Adolfo, but with Carnival Cruise Lines in the future. What is coming in the horizon in 2019, 2020?
Sure. So can I talk a little bit about the Fleet Operations Center first? Is that okay?
Absolutely, yes.
So, we have a lot of fun at Carnival. We had our Mardi Gras moment a little while ago. And one of the things at Carnival that's very important to us and is the most important is our safety and security of our guests. And we're in the Fleet Operations Center, which is first of its kind. And it literally monitors every single ship, every single system on board the ship, weather patterns, everything that happens. And we have constant contact with the ships to make sure that everybody is safe and sound. And this Fleet Operations Center is open 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. So we take security very, very, very seriously. And this place is really, state of the art. And it feels like you're in NASA, doesn't it?
It does, without a doubt. And state of the art is an understatement. I mean, how many ships are in the Carnival fleet?
So today we have 26 actually sailing.
26 ships.
Yeah, and we have the Panorama, Carnival Panorama. You were talking about Buzz, about new stuff going on.
Yeah.
Carnival Panorama will start sailing out of Long Beach in December of this year. So she's going to be our first brand new ship, and she's a sister to the Vista and the Horizon. And if you've been on the Vista or the Horizon, you are going to love the Panorama as well. And she'll start sailing first 3-day cruise December 11th, and then she's going to start on a regular rotation, 7 days cruises to the Mexican Riviera.
Well, and that's exciting, especially having a brand new ship on the West Coast.
First time in 20 years.
That's awesome. But being in the Fleet Operations Center, I mean, it is impressive to see how you monitor not only the weather patterns, but where the ships are, what the activity is. And there's no doubt that Carnival takes safety first for all their guests.
I think it's a cruise industry standard, to take it seriously. But this is really cool that we get the opportunity to be in this center today, because this is just how serious we take it.
So 27 ships by the end of this year. So what is the next ship? You mentioned as we kicked things off on the virtual cruise event with Mardi Gras. So obviously the Mardi Gras is something that is really buzzing in the industry. I think there's going to be a roller coaster on board.
Yeah. So the Carnival Mardi Gras will start sailing in 2020. She will be our 28th ship. We're actually already taking bookings for her, so make sure that you talk to your travel advisor to book your cruise. The Mardi Gras is the name of our very first ship, as you know, Drew. The Mardi Gras was first released in 1972. She was decommissioned many years ago, and now the new ship, the Mardi Gras, is going to be completely different. We have some photographs somewhere that shows the comparison side by side, and the Mardi Gras looks like this big. The first one versus this one is this huge. So she's going to be our largest ship ever, our most innovative. As you said, we're going to have the very first roller coaster at sea. This is the Bolt roller coaster. And it's almost like being on a motorcycle. It's not like your traditional roller coaster. It's like almost being on a motorcycle. You actually drive it yourself. And if you see some of the renderings of this ride, you're going to be impressed because it is like loopy and it goes off to the side of the ship. It's really, really cool. So we're really excited about it.
Yeah, I mean, talk about being transformative. I can't wait. I'm so excited for it. But what is the experience like on board a Carnival cruise outside of just every ship? What can a guest experience or expect to experience?
So I would say, Drew, that what makes us different is that we're very relaxed on board Carnival. We talk about being the fun ships and owning fun, and sometimes the word fun can be a little scary because you feel like you have to be the life of the party. Well, you can be the life of the party if you want to be. If you want to be in the hairy chest contest, which I know you've done a few times. Or you can just sit out by the pool or in Serenity, the adults only section, and my favorite spot too, and sit and sip a cocktail and read a magazine, or just really relax and have nice conversations with friends or family or whatever.
So tell me, one of the things which I love about cruising is all the meals are included, but there's some pretty amazing restaurants on board Carnival Cruise Lines. What are some of the special ones that stand out for you?
So I would say my very favorite, and it's not on all the ships. I don't think it will be on all the ships, but it's on quite a few now. Which is Gigi's, the Asian Bistro. That is my absolute favorite. It is for a nominal fee. I think it's $12 or $15 per person, and it is. The amount of food that you get is crazy. The quality of the food, the taste of the food, it's just amazing. And you get all sorts of tastes from Southeast Asia, and it's just really spectacular. We also have, I think, the best hamburgers at sea.
I was going to say, my favorite right there. I just try to get on as much as I can.
And those are free. And I remember when we didn't have it on all the ships, my kids would say, we're not going on a ship that doesn't have Guy Fieri's burgers on it, because they love them so much. So they truly are amazing, and they are included, with your cruise cost. Blue Iguana Cantina, another free option, is homemade breakfast burritos in the morning, and in the afternoon we have lunch there with the homemade or handmade burritos, tacos, all sorts of delicious Mexican stuff.
So all this talk about food, it's making me hungry. I don't know about you, but it's definitely making me having the appetite to book my next Carnival cruise. So I don't know what you're waiting for. Reach out to your travel professional and book today. And I see some of you are asking questions. Just make sure to click on the link or the button on the website there and send an email directly to your travel professional who can help you plan and, most importantly, get ready to book and get you excited for your next Carnival cruise. I have to say, one of my favorite things on board Carnival is there's just so many options, but it's also the spa.
Yeah.
So, and the fitness center, which is one of the largest fitness centers and spa at sea. So is it true that somebody can go on a cruise, they can eat unlimited quantities of whatever their favorite foods are, they can relax by the pool, go down these amazing water slides, but they also get to just pamper themselves? Yeah,
and you have the opportunity to work some of those calories off. Now, I think there is a balance between how much you eat and how much you work out, so I don't think you can burn them all necessarily, but you definitely have the opportunity to do some physical activity. We have weights on board, we have classes, we have spinning, we have yoga, Pilates, those kinds of things. So if you want to make it a very rejuvenative vacation, you can do that as well too.
And Carnival it's a home port cruise line, so you really are within a drive market. So wherever they are in the U.S., they can drive to a port and sail to one of the amazing destinations. And that really is just an amazing thing for people to be able to experience in their backyard.
Yeah, I think one of the things at Carnival that we're very proud of is that we're a very value-oriented cruise line. And not only is our pricing and our inclusions on board part of this value that you get, but I think the fact that we do have home ports around the U.S. all the way up to Canada, starting in New York, kind of wraps around the whole country. That puts about 50% of the U.S. population within a 5-hour driving distance. So if you want to save money on travel, want to avoid some of the hassle of travel, like airport security, airport parking, all those things, then you have the opportunity to save a significant amount of money and drive to one of our ports. There's 2 places that we just announced this year that we're going to be adding as home ports on a seasonal basis, and that's in California, out of San Diego and out of San Francisco. So we're going to be offering cruises both from San Diego and San Francisco to places like the Mexican, like Ensenada, Catalina, Baja, Mexico, as well as we're going to be doing some longer cruises to Alaska as well as Hawaii. So there's going to be a lot of opportunities for guests wanting to try something out of the West Coast. I don't think you have to live on the West Coast to go on a West Coast ship. The Mexican Riviera is a really amazing itinerary, and a lot of people on the East Coast have been to the Caribbean a million times, and this is an opportunity to try something new on a brand new ship. Yeah, awesome.
And I think one of the things which is so great, because even the destination, so the ship itself is a destination. However, Carnival cruises to some pretty exotic ports. Are there any unique ports that are only exclusive to Carnival Cruise Line?
Yeah, so we have, well, I should say it's Carnival Corporation brands. So, we have sister brands like Princess and Holland America and all. We actually have access to Holland America and Princess's private island in the Bahamas, which is one of the most spectaculars. I think you were just in Half Moon Cay.
Yeah, Half Moon Cay is my favorite private island. I love it.
Beautiful. And then we've also built port destinations in Amber Cove in the Dominican Republic, as well as in Grand Turk, Roatan in Costa Rica. So we have some great great places for our guests and really enjoy the destination.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that's a huge benefit for all of you out there is you traveled, and if you've never been on a cruise before, then of course, what are you waiting for, right? But there's a lot of options. The ship itself provides you not just the transportation, you unpack once, all of your meals, your entertainment, Las Vegas style shows. I mean, the casinos on board are just an amazing experience in and of itself, just a lot of entertainment. But what I love about what Carnival does, it's not just about the actual entertainment, it's the team on board.
Yeah.
So even the bartenders have their own mixologist, they've become their own celebrities in their own right. What is that like?
Yeah, my favorite bar on the ships that we have is Alchemy, and I'm sure you've been there. And they're dressed up in like pharmacist outfits. It's all about like an apothecary, and you go there and you tell them what's ailing you, and they concoct some cool drink for you, and it's a show. It's always a show. I think one of the things that's unique about Carnival, and one of our differentiators, is our staff on board. The amount of training on Carnival service values, the love and the attention that they take with our guests really make guests feel very special, very welcomed, and that's something that doesn't matter if it's on one of our older ships or a brand new ship. You're going to get the same experience across the whole fleet. So
one of the questions I see coming up all the time, and it's like, who's right for Carnival? So is Carnival for all ages?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things that we carry out a lot of is families. We carry about 800,000 kids a year.
Wow.
So we probably carry the most of any other brand.
Yeah, of course.
But there's obviously times of the year where there are less kids. So if you don't necessarily want to be around a lot of kids, maybe you want to avoid the summer times or spring break or those things. But really, a lot of multi-generational families. We have moms with their kids and their parents. So we have across 3 generations, and there's something for everyone to do. So you have opportunities to do stuff together, like go on Skyride, or eventually on the roller coaster, or the grandparents can hang out in Serenity while the parents get a spa massage or something. So.
And am I correct that the parents or grandparents can bring the little ones to?
We have Camp Ocean for the smaller kids, and it's divided into 3 age groups, and it's all about activities, learning about the ocean, great stuff. They really engage the kids. They have a lot of fun. It's very well rated. We just got Travel Weekly Readers' Choice Awards. Best cruise line for families.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah,
that's
we're
awesome.
Really excited about that. We also have Club O2 for the older kids.
What about Dr. Seuss?
Yeah, we have a relationship with Dr. Seuss. So we have Dr. Seuss character breakfast.
I love the green eggs and ham breakfast. So.
I haven't had them yet.
It's great.
And then they have like reading rooms on some of the ships, and we also have the Sousapalooza parade with the kids, and everybody gets to participate, and everybody loves it. So, and I think around Christmas time we might have the Grinch on board too.
That's awesome. Well, I need, first and foremost, lots of great insight. I know you guys are all excited to book your next Carnival cruise, and thank you so much for even following so far. It's not over, but right now is the time that we have to announce our special winners of our To Me gifts. So congratulations to the following individuals on winning their special To Me gift prize. So, Adolfo, you're wearing a Travel Agents Rock vest, which I love that.
Yeah.
So why are travel agents important to Carnival Cruise Lines?
So I think travel agents are super important to Carnival because they bring us business every single day. We were built by travel agents supporting our industry many decades ago. And for that, we're forever grateful. And I think as a consumer, I remember as a kid, my parents would take us on cruises, and we always called Laura, our travel agent, and she was the one that took care of everything. And we're all so busy today, right? So you're busy. If you're a husband and a wife that they're both working with kids, you don't have time to figure out what it is that you need to get done. A lot of people think, oh, I'll just go to online and figure out how to do this all myself. Well, why not hire without paying? A travel professional who can take care of all those details for you. First of all, they're experienced, they know the products, they know the cruise lines, they know if you're the right match for the right ship or the right cruise line. And really, why not have a personal assistant take care of all the details for you? You can just say yes or no, I like this, I don't like this, and let them do all the details.
Yeah, and one of the things that we love being a travel professional is that we have access to exclusive offers, which all of you now have access to that are out there. And we always have the best go-to deals as it relates to Carnival Cruise Lines. So we're so excited about that. And certainly our partnership is heavily entrenched.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there's a lot of people that have never, believe it or not, been on a Carnival cruise.
Yeah.
So what would you describe for them how Carnival is their dream vacation?
Carnival is a very relaxed environment on board, so you're not going to feel like you have to pretend you're somebody you're not in order to have, feel included. Everybody's welcome. I think that that's one of the things that I was talking about with our crew. They really go out of their way to make sure everybody feels like they're welcome on board our ship. So it's a very warm and welcoming environment. It's fun in the sense, like I said, you can join in the white party, or you can be in the Sousapalooza parade with your kids or whatever. It really, depends on what it is you like to do. And because we have such a big variety of things on board to do, that really just about anyone can have a good time on Carnival. And we have different room types. We have rooms for families. We have rooms, suites with a bedroom, and so.
And actually,
really
I'm so glad you said that, because one of the things that's the most popular trends right now in travel is multi-generational.
Yeah.
So you have the grandparents or parents that just want to take their expanded family on a vacation, and a cruise vacation is the perfect vacation for that because it's more inclusive.
Yeah.
Are you seeing a similar with Carnival in terms of?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like I said, multi-generational families have been really big on Carnival. I think it's a trend, for sure. There's definitely more of that happening, and we're getting our share of that as well.
And especially with the different accommodations that you have.
Yeah.
What's your favorite destination?
So I would say my favorite destination is St. John. We don't actually stop in St. John, but we stop in St. Thomas on many of our cruises. And it's a short ferry ride over to St. John. And to me, it is a paradise. We offer short excursions to St. John, to Trunk Bay. And it is literally a slice of heaven. The water there is spectacular. It's not a very inhabited island. It's a national park, so there's very little building that can happen there. And if you've never been there, you got to go. In 2020, we're going to have our biggest European season as well.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to have the Carnival Legend. She's going to be doing a full season, mostly Venice to Barcelona, but she's going to first do a transatlantic to do the northern part of Europe, and then reposition to Barcelona, and then do the 9 days. And then we're going to have the Mardi Gras. She's doing her first cruise is a European cruise, and then she's doing a transatlantic right after that from Southampton. And then the Radiance, which is one of our new ships, I know we wanted to talk about that. The Carnival Radiance is actually the Victory, who's going to go through a major refurb, basically rebuilding the ship.
All over.
We did that with the Destiny. We converted her into the Sunshine. So this is that one will be the third in that class. The Carnival Radiance will be a Carnival Sunshine class ship, and she's going to do a transatlantic as well that will include some stops in Europe. So we'll have 3 ships at some point or another in 2020. In Europe. So, and then the other thing is Hawaii. We do Hawaii as well, out of California.
So as you can see, there's plenty of destinations to choose from when you're planning your next Carnival cruise. So you want to make sure you ask a travel professional about which itinerary is right for you. But pretty much whether it's sailing from New Orleans, Galveston, California, Florida, Charleston, South Carolina, or in the Northeast, Baltimore, there's a port for you aboard any Carnival cruise. And I love that you were even reinforcing about the Mardi Gras. And that's a lot of the questions that are coming through. Yeah. It's just really exciting, I think, from your perspective when you say the original ship, and now to bring a fresh perspective to the brand, because it doesn't look like the other ships.
Yeah. Well, I would say that our ships, as if you go back to the Fantasy class and move forward into the Conquest class, and then the Dream class, and then the Vista class, it's been an evolution, right? So the ships are if you've been on a Fantasy class, you can sort of find your way around even on a Vista class ship. Even though the Vista class is much bigger, has a lot more stuff on board, the layouts are similar. And it's been an evolution, and really just made bigger versions with more bells and whistles, right? And so the Mardi Gras is going to be a completely different ship class for us. She's not going to look or feel like any of our other ships. From as much as the livery outside the ship, it's going to have part of her hull is going to be blue. All of our other ones are white. She is going to be 181,000 gross registered tons, about 5,000 guests. And she's going to have 6 different zones on board the ship that are going to be designed to, mimic, like we have the Grand Central, not necessarily Grand Central of New York, but it's sort of the central part of the ship. Okay. So certain things around that area, as well as like the ultimate, playground where we're going to have our waterworks, we're going to have our roller coaster, a sports square, the ropes course. And then we're going to have other zones too, that like the French Quarter that's going to be New Orleans themed. Speaking of Mardi Gras,
I love that.
Yeah, great, so think about the restaurants, the bars, all kind of fitting into this themed zone.
That's great. Well, as you can see, there's plenty of different atmosphere and places on board a Carnival cruise that's right for all of you. And that's what I love about when you kick things off on the virtual cruise event. You said it's what's your idea of fun, right?
Yeah.
So you are the fun ships, but at the end of the day, it's what you bring to your travel and your dream vacation and your adventure. And we just are so thankful that we can help you book and plan your next dream vacation with Carnival Cruise Lines. And thank you again so much for taking the time to do this with
it's my
our
pleasure.
customers today, but more importantly, for the great deal that we have for all of you when you book your next Carnival cruise. So what are you waiting for? I'm already ready to book my Carnival cruise.
I'm
so-
already booked.
You're already booked?
Yeah.
All right, then I gotta get on it. So, all right, talk to your travel professional, and thanks again for joining us. Make it a great day. Bye.
Bye.